Good evening. Shri Goyal, the Indian Administrative Officer, who made it quick since he joined the services. Hailing from state of Rajasthan, he first excelled as a director of skill development. It is wonderful to see you here, Mr. Goyal. Another Mr. Goyal who introduced me, actually I was about 5 years junior to him, and he knows me for 40 years, I know him for 45 years. The president of the organization, Dr. Seti, the orthopedic surgeon, the incumbent president and the secretary, and Vidushi, if I was the Minister of Health, I would induct you my advisor. You spoke so well. I think there are people who are pretty senior to me in the audience, and I still recall my visit, and in fact I am nostalgic. I remember to have come to this place when Dr. Goyal and Dr. Parikh both were there. And I remember to have come to deliver a talk in 1982 when I had just done my DM neurology. I distinctly remember the giants of Kota, Dr. A.Q. Khan, Dr. P.K. Jain, then perhaps there was one Dr. Bora, one CMHO in 1981, whose son actually taught the MBBS course, Dr. Gupta, if I correctly remember him. So there are several people, and if not missing, I think Dr. Naval Kichor, the legend of Kota. So these were the people actually who laid the foundation stone for a medical college in the state. Actually, Kota has been, of course, a place where industry first started. From the medical profession point of view, I think the cudgel for the Association of Physicians of India was initiated by these lot of three people, Dr. Girish Mathur, Dr. Parikh, Dr. Goyal, and several others. And in fact, I was the beneficiary because they pushed my name for the Best Teacher Award a few years back. There are a lot of doctors whom I have taught, and there are a lot many who are my batchmates, and I have a few younger colleagues. Difficult to name them, but of course I love them all and they love me so much. Thank you very much for inviting me here. I would not act as an orator, but I would act as one of you. So it will be a Hindi-English mix. When Vidushi actually put up that slide, that the things have changed for good, for bad, or they are the same. The first slide, yes, no, or whatever. So I recollected when I was in the audience and she was talking, a song by Pradeep, 1950. देख तेरे संसार की हालत क्या हो गई भगवान, कितना बदल गया इंसान. So 50 years or 70 years or 80 years, the things have been changed. As I said, every time we discuss, oh, the things have gone pretty bad. Actually, every time people have faced challenges, every time they have brought innovations, and every time they have brought solutions. Things are always dynamic, they can never be static. And there are, from the medical point of view, things have very significantly changed. As she rightly put up the perspective, that there are several issues. And there are several issues with the medical profession as well. So when I see the doctors, the younger ones, when I take classes, still I teach because I enjoy teaching. So I find three kinds of medical professionals across the society. One is the kind, ये जिंदगी क्या है, गम का दरिया है. There are others who say जिंदगी का सफर है सुहाना, उठते ही उठते ही उठते ही. So on one stage there is an area of depression, on the other hand there is a euphoric state. So what do? We need to live in reality. So I recollect Raj Kapoor's song, "ए भाई जरा देख के चलो, आगे ही नहीं पीछे भी, दाएं भी नहीं बाएं." Because the things will change, the people will change, the processes will change. It's a dynamic process, I told you. So you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of the medical profession. You need to take care of the society. Because we are the part of the society. We are as individuals. We are there. And of course, there are situations because we know that the environmental reactivity and threshold to irritation has significantly gone down. Even on a trivial issue, people start fighting. It is not only the doctors. I saw a photograph beaten, but you might recollect a few years back that a man like Defense Minister Pawar, he was slapped by a person. So this is the kind of affairs, and you can see these shoes thrown on the politicians or the bureaucracy. So the public anger is really growing. Now what do? Actually, you can't change public overnight. It is more in a democracy, so we need to find out solutions for ourselves. And as I think Dr. Sadhana rightly said, it is the lack of communication between the patient and the doctor. Actually, if you go through William Osler, the principles of medicine which he taught, is that every diagnosis lies in the story of the patient. And if you listen to the story of the patient, not necessarily for 10 minutes, 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but just try to pick up that what is his or her primary thing. I give very little time to my patient. I know because I see 150 patients per day. But fortunately or unfortunately, if you are able to grasp that symptom and take a lead and put a real diagnosis. If you give a correct diagnosis, if you tell your patient that this is most likely, and you may require a few investigations for that. So this communication is always important. What is missing link is the lack of communication, or it is what you can say is the overload in the system. What happens is, why most of the fights they happen in the hospitals, not at the individual clinics. Because the doctor himself takes care of everything in 1:1 form. The patient is serious, the family is curious to know what it is. And there are of course a mob. We have a society where if one person falls sick, the whole cluster of people around him, even the neighbors, they join the beat. So that kind, if you actually invite 1 or 2 or 3 people out of them, try to explain that this is the situation. We are going to do our best, and this is the most likely diagnosis. Of course, it is a critical issue. Because just don't tell them everything is okay. Because you know that once the patient comes, what turn it takes you never know. So always keep yourself safe. Give the possibilities and then to analyze. So the whole thing is that despite all your good behavior, there could be instances, right? So in that case, actually what is happening is people say their reputation is declining. I still say the doctors at individual level, I am sure each one of you have experienced moments where the patients and the family have touched your feet and then said that like a God you have saved. I cannot believe that no doctor sitting in the audience would have never experienced it. But the issue is that the doctor actually acting against the doctor is a major issue. If doctors become united like the lawyers, nothing will happen, I can tell you. Actually, doctors is one of the most respectable human beings in the society, but we fight with each other so often on trivial issues for no reasons. Fortunately, I think I find Kota a relatively better place because having come to telling you frankly, in Rajasthan I have travelled to many places. There are two places I can tell you. One is Kota, the second is Alwar. If you go and see, and the third is Ganganagar. Actually, these are the doctors who live so comfortably with each other. Even for my specialty, I'll tell you that there are now almost, when I joined neurology, I was the sole neurologist in the whole north of India, apart from PGI and All India Institute. Now Rajasthan has almost 75 neurologists, and if I'm sure Vijay and Amit would bear me out, there are about 15 neurologists in total here. And actually each one of them, I have never heard one person complaining the other, and that is the kind of these people have set the example. Dr. Goel, Dr. Mathur, Dr. Parikh, and many more whose name I might have forgotten, and I think I named the senior ones. So actually Kota is full of brilliant people I know. There are several, including SuVi Gupta sitting here. Bansal, I know he was the topper. He was one of my most favorite students. His wife used to be a wonderful orator. And there are many more. There are people who are my batchmates and Gupta and all. Actually, the whole thing is that we are so good, and despite that. So, but what I think Vidushi said is absolutely correct, that we need to find out, actually, are we meeting amongst ourselves except on the occasions of the Doctor's Day? Because the doctor, we should be grateful to Dr. B.C. Roy, in fact, who allowed us actually together. One of the finest doctors in India, who actually had the courage to advise Pandit Nehru, while B.C. Roy came into picture, that he was a personal physician to the Prime Minister. And how he became the personal physician, that Nehru developed urinary tract infection. He was given antibiotics of those days. This man came into the picture and gave just him nitrofurantoin, which cured Nehru. The drug which we still use in urinary tract or in chronic urinary tract infection. And that is the reason he became a politician, and he made himself big in the eyes of this country. And we are fortunate that we are all assembled on the birth and death anniversary, because I think he is the only person who was born and died on the same day. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, of course, many things can be said, and I would welcome. There are changes which are happening, but I can assure you, the whole thing is that if the doctors are united, they don't have the multiple kinds of opinion individually. I think this collectively, I am sure, if you produce a thing which is doable, I think you can always put it to the administration. And I think the administration, unless they are inclusive, those people who actually serve the human beings, serve the common man as patients, unless they are part of the organization, any process, whether this or that, will not succeed. Incidentally, let me tell you that I wrote a letter to the Prime Minister 10 days back. I told him that there have been 7 schemes like the one which he has floated, and 3 out of which were international. Every time they say health for all, universal health care, Millennium Development Goals, and they go on extending the dates. It's like 5 years plan which has never been completed in 50 years. The reason is that the doctors have never been included effectively. Actually, doctors are losing their self-esteem. That is another reason. You can't just muster the courage and come out with your own problems and solutions. Every time you go for a personal reason. You don't go for a professional reason. You don't go for public reasons. We talk, but we generally don't collect for that purpose. If you have actually anything where you can, like if you say Kota, if you can find out, frame 5 simple points that these are the priorities of Kota, these are the areas of research, these are the endemic diseases, so I'm sure the government will come to you. And I can tell you that I can facilitate the whole thing. There are possibilities that we may not be heard, but there is no harm. Even if we have taken one step, somebody will come next time to take rest of the steps. So at least let us have the beginning. And of course, many things, and I would love to interact if there are any questions. But before I close, let me actually get into some more lyrics. We have grown, there are times of pessimism and optimism. Always this is for youngsters that never believe that things will never come up. Right? Subah kabhi to aayegi. Always remember that. Number two is that all of us will grow, all of us are growing, but remember, मैं पल दो पल का शायर हूँ, पल दो पल मेरी कहानी है. Because everybody has to go, everybody has to come. There were people who were better than us, there were people who will come better than us. So I am sure that kind of humility will add to your strength as medical professionals, and of course allow you to combat the menace of the society. We know that actually the things are changing. Now a VIP has a different definition. In the current society, it is not a VIP, it is NRIP. This is a nuisance related important person. Because every time somebody can create a nuisance, everybody goes behind him. So that is the kind people have known this formula. Just fully become an NRIP, VIPs will keep on sitting because mob is there, nobody will speak. So this actually is changing, and of course, but we have to actually work out solutions within the framework, because we can't fight, we are still professionals. Thank you very much for inviting me.